Welcome to Alliance Steel Building Systems. From the concepting of your building through the delivery of your project, Alliance Steel's dedicated team of experienced designers, estimators, fabricators, and steel workers work right alongside our customers to manufacture your building to your specifications. The Alliance process starts with our sales team, who works with our customers to understand their needs and initiate the job based on the project's detailed specifications. The project then moves to our estimating experts, who in collaboration with the sales and engineering pros provide an accurate scope of work budget that is essential to ensure highly successful projects within the customer's financial parameters. After estimating, the contracts team enters the picture, taking possession of the project and assuming the role of liaison between the customer and all other departments within Alliance. The PM maintains contact with each customer through all phases of the process. The project then moves to the engineering department, where the team takes all the information and client specifications and, using technology, innovation, creativity, flexibility, and communication with all parties, creates the inspired designs and solutions Alliance is known for. From engineering, the project goes to our experienced team of drafters, who ensure our customers get their vision on paper for approval in the form of floor plans, elevation drawings, section details, and any custom nuances for projects of any scope. After approval, the supply chain team is responsible for the sourcing and purchasing of materials, products, and services needed for each specific project to ensure quality, availability, and affordability. Now the project enters into the actual manufacturing, where Alliance Steel has the in-house departments to create the beams, pipes, tubing, panels, trims, parts, and pieces to complete any job. The fabrication process begins with raw steel plates, which can be up to 20 feet long and 72 inches wide. An overhead crane with a vacuum spreader bar is used to transport the steel plates from the storage area to the plasma table. Once at the plasma table, the material is cut to spec based on the plans provided, with as many parts as possible to fit on each plate to help minimize scrap. Each plate used must be logged on a production sheet that is part of our Alliance Quality Program. This allows transparency and traceability, as well as the ability to keep up with inventory and job costing. If any required parts are longer than the 20 feet long raw plate, the web and flange splice stations are capable of connecting 2 or more lengths via a sub-arc weld. After the cut, web and flange pieces are verified. They are connected at the tack-up station before being transferred to the pull-through weld machine, where they are then welded together with the required weld, which is based on detailed project-specific plans and our IAS quality program. The completed parts are then transferred to the fit-up weld station. On the detail line, a punch machine is used to create all the plates and clips required for the jobs being produced. This machine punches holes or notches in the various detail parts and is capable of punching 1-inch material up to 12 inches wide. The pieces are marked and job numbers are written on each part per our quality control program. The material used is also recorded on the production sheet for traceability, inventory, and accounting purposes. At the fit-up weld station, all plates and clips are added to the part, and each part is verified to ensure it is up to our quality control standards. The detail parts are then tack welded per the fabrication drawings. Once completed, the part is stamped for traceability purposes and recorded onto the production sheet. It is then moved via overhead crane to a weld-out station. The piece is prepared and welded per Alliance's welding standards. Once completed according to job specifications in the weld-out station, the part is stamped and then moved to the paint area. All parts are checked for quality control issues, missed welds, weld issues, loose clips, etc., and then painted according to the specific job requirements. After the part is dried, it is then moved out to the yard to be staged or loaded on a trailer. The structural department manufactures the raw material for I-beam, pipe, and tubing. The process begins with the raw material being loaded and cut to exact measurements per specific job requirements at the saw station. The job and part number are written on each part, and the cut pieces are transferred to the finished area. The material used is recorded along with the purchase order number and heat number on the production sheet. This allows accounting and inventory control for the material. It is also used for our quality control program. At the fit-up weld station, the parts are verified to be correct per the fabrication drawings. The detail parts are then tack welded per the drawings, as well as any additional holes or slots as required. The part is then stamped and the necessary information is recorded on the production sheet. Following the fit-up weld station, the part goes to the weld-out station where the piece is prepared and completely welded out per Alliance's welding standards. Once completed, the part is stamped and moved to the paint area. The parts are checked for any quality control issues, missed welds, weld issues, loose clips, etc., and then painted according to the specific job requirements. After the part is dried, it is then moved out to the yard to be staged or loaded on a trailer. The material comes into the trim department in coils and is staged in areas based on size and color. The coils are then placed on specific lines and cut by a small manual shear as needed based on the length specified for the respective job. Coils are slit by the width of panels needed and recoiled depending on where the material will be used. Trim is bent using the bender machines to the correct angle needed per project specifications. Angles include the C, Z, and L trim. Each part is verified per the project specifications. Within this department is the downspouts line, which creates job-specific downspouts for the respective buildings. Certain downspouts require manual hammering to get the correct dimensions. Once parts are finished, they are wrapped and placed into trim boxes that are closed and labeled. Completed boxes are moved to the box area to be picked up or later loaded on the proper trailer. Coil material is placed on the RMA panel machines, P3 and P1, and run according to the length and width specs per print plans to produce R, M, and A panels. The coil information is recorded onto the production sheet per Alliance's quality control program, as well as inventory and accounting purposes. The panels are checked regularly throughout the run to verify all the dimensions are correct. Small material is hand cut per dimension for specific jobs. Panels are then banded for shipping. In the Z-line department, coil material is placed onto the purlin machine and run according to the design of length and width per print specifications to produce purlins, C-channel, angles, E-struts, and open face channel. The material then moves to the plasma cut area to cut short material and angles on the purlins, C-channel, angles, E-struts, and open face channel, and cut downs. On this part of the Z-line, the machinery produces sag struts, hat channels, and frame braces. The press brake machine then bends special E-struts and purlins. The material then passes through the roll former to provide the final shape. Cables are then measured and cut to correct length for each job. U-bolts are placed on the cables, which support the structure of the future building. Alliance's North Building houses the A-Lock, AS24, NFS, AW16, A12, and LT 3.3 IP departments. On these lines, the coil material is placed on the specific machine with the correct panel tooling. The roll former is then run to make the panels according to length and width required. The coil information is recorded onto the production sheet per quality control as well as for inventory and accounting purposes. The finished material is wrapped, taped, and boxed. Our logistics team works with customers to coordinate delivery and/or pickup. The project's parts and pieces are loaded per Alliance Steel procedures to ensure that they are loaded correctly and safely to reach the job site in the same condition that they left the facility. Alliance Steel's field service team is always available for on-site support with the contractors and erectors as the final step of the process to ensure each customer's project is completed correctly every time. Alliance Steel is committed to exceeding the design and manufacturing needs of our clients. From our outstanding sales and customer service teams to our rigorous design and production standards, we take great pride in every project entrusted to us. It's what we call the Alliance Steel commitment and why relationships with our clients have spanned decades.